Well, hello there. You've caught me reconstituting a little bit of chalk paste that I inadvertently left the cover off of. I'm good at doing things like that. We're going to get started. This is an absolutely adorable project for January's Club Couture offering. It's called Staying In. Stick around and I will actually show you what's being offered for February too. They're both absolutely awesome. And being that our transfers are reusable 8 to 12 times, you can make this over and over and over again. You decide what surface you want to put it on and just run with it. You can use the colors of the paste that are supplied with it, or you could add whatever you want. You could customize it to your own specifications. This is the transfer. It's called Staying In. And it's a staying in is the new going out. How appropriate for this pandemic era, isn't it? And then I'm going to do it on our house box frame. The paste that come with with January's transfer is our black velvet, ocean mist, and our copper shimmer. And I am going to substitute for the copper shimmer. I'm going to use the rose gold, just because it was a little coordinate a little bit with our accent pieces in our living room. Anyway, so that's where I'm at tonight. Feel free to ask any questions as we go along. I have previously sanded this with a little hand sander. Just gave the box frame a very light little sanding, just to make sure there's nothing uneven, or you know how when wood gets painted, how there could be little pieces that bump up. So I went over that. I don't always do it on our surfaces, but I like to do it on this box frame. So I'm going to give it a little wax with some of our surface wax. Our surface wax comes in 2.5 ounce containers, and it is unscented, which makes me happy because sometimes products with a fragrance will give me a headache or whatever. So I'm just basically going to rub it in and then rub it off. Best thing to apply it with is usually like a soft cloth, and we have little applicators. And of course mine were in the wash, so I just grabbed a paper towel here. So I'm just rubbing it in, and once I get it rubbed in, then I'm just going to remove any excess, rub it off. You can feel the difference. It actually gets very, very smooth. And this is going to act as a barrier between my surface and my transfer, and my surface and my paste that I apply. The reason I want a barrier between the surface and my transfer is adhesive backed, and I don't want to lift up any wood or paint or anything from the surface. And the reason I want a barrier between my surface and my chalk paste is if I do make a mistake, it actually delays the absorption of the pigment into the wood. So if I make a mistake and put the wrong color, or I do something wrong, I could usually wipe it off real quick and then fix it before it has a chance to actually soak into the wood. And of course with the higher pigmented paste like a navy blue or a black or whatever, obviously the quicker you remove it, the better off you're going to be. Worst comes to worst and you make a mistake on your surface, just repaint it and then reuse it. Easily solved. Have it all rubbed off, or in and off, whatever, and then we'll get going on the project. So this is really a cute transfer, and like I said, it comes with 3 individual paste packets. The black velvet, ocean mist, and copper shimmer. And I'm going to substitute the rose gold for the copper shimmer. Oops, I just kind of scratched it with my fingernail. Okay, this looks like it's pretty good. It feels good, and I think they took care of it. So I want to fuzz my transfer before I actually lay it down on my surface. And obviously this can be used on wood, it could be used on glass, on metal, on mirror, even on ceramic and cloth. Yes, you can use our transfers and our paste or our inks on fabric. If you are going to apply a design to something that's going to be washed, I would suggest you use our inks, because once they are heat set, they make the image and the wording permanent. Our chalk paste is easily removable from many surfaces. Anyway, I'm going to remove this transfer out of its little cellophane envelope, give it a little fuzzing, deliberately applying a little bit lint on it, and we're getting right down to chalking. Our transfers are adhesive back. You can see the shiny sticky side, and they come with a backer. The backer has one side that's really shiny like freezer paper, the other side that's dull. The shiny side of the backer always goes against the sticky side of the transfer when you put things back together after you clean your transfer. You don't want to accidentally put your transfer on the dull side of the backer sheet, because then it will stick to it. And you know what? I should label this. I like labeling with the name as opposed to just saying back. Let me get that out of here and just put stain in here. This way I know that this back goes to this transfer, and I don't inadvertently apply the wrong side when I'm done cleaning. Because yes, sometimes I'm doing double duty, triple duty, multitasking like a mad woman, and sometimes I make a mistake. Don't like to, but I do often. And all I can say is what I've learned is, as long as you learn from your mistake, then it was worth, I guess, going through it. If you don't learn from it, you're basically destined to repeat it. So I like to learn from my mistakes and go forward. So this is going to be a little bit different laying it in here, because it's not going to lay perfectly flat because of the top and the box frame, but I'm going to get it lined up from left to right. I'm laying it right against the bottom. I think that's straight. I'll check it out a little bit more. No, I'm a little bit too much to the left. Let me move it a little bit to the right. The trick is basically lining up the bottom and then checking the sides. And then I want to lay it down, make sure there aren't any air bubbles, smoothing it down. My T is going to be close to the top, but that's okay. I kind of measured and checked this out before I decided on doing this, so I kind of know where the pitfalls are. I should know where the pitfalls are. And I'm just smoothing it down gently and making sure I don't see any air bubbles anywhere under the silk screen. And the silk screen is anywhere that we're showing white. The rest of the transfer is made out of vinyl. But the silk screen is what gives us the beauty and the clarity of the surface. I'm going to apply my chalk paste. Now remember, it is paste made from chalk. It is not chalk paint. Totally different medium. And I will apply it to the transfer using a little squeegee and just basically go over the white areas, which is the silk screen, with my squeegee and my paste, and that pushes the chalk paste through the silk screen onto the surface below. When I am using a shimmer paste like I am with the rose gold here that I'm putting on the left and the right house, I'll usually go over it twice, just because it's a little bit different from our regular paste. It has a lot of shimmer and shine to it, and where it doesn't feel gritty like you would think with like glitter or something in it, because it's much smaller particles than that. It still helps to just go over it twice to make sure that you get enough onto the surface to really show off that shimmer. Our shimmer pastes are absolutely beautiful. You're just going to love using them. Our chalk paste goes on liquid, but will dry to a hard finish. So once it's dry, you can rub your hand across it and you're not going to smudge it or erase it, but you have to let it, of course, dry. And you could speed up drying a little bit using our quick dry tool if you want. Our regular paste generally takes about 5 minutes to dry. Our shimmers take about 8 minutes to dry on their own. So just be careful and don't smudge them until they're dry. Now I'm going to apply the paste to the house on the right. Basically the same method. If you get yourself caught in a tight little spot and you don't want to accidentally paste, get paste in an area that you don't intend, use our placement tape. When I just turn my surface to accommodate, I like to generally chalk moving the squeegee towards myself. It's easier for me. And I want to be careful that I'm not getting too close to the lines of the house in the middle. I could use placement tape, which might have been a good idea because I am a little close. Now I just want to go over this a second time. Make sure I've got everything covered pretty well. If I miss a spot, or it's light, or it doesn't seem like it has enough of the paste, all I have to do is, once I clean my transfers, go back over it, lay it back down, line it up, you know, clean your transfer, line it out, down, line it up, and go back over it. So it's easy enough to fix an issue. I'm going to put the excess chalk paste back into my jar, cover this up for a moment, and I'm going to lift both sides of this. I'm doing the paste and peel technique here because I don't want the paste drying in my silk screen. So I'm going to lift it up from the left side. Always lift from the top to the bottom, the left or the right. This looks pretty good. So I'm going to just let that fall back down. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the right side. Now, let me show you what's a little trick here if it's hard to pick something up. This is the detail tool. And it has I was using it when I was hot gluing, so I had a little hot glue on it. It has a very small squeegee on one end, and it has a pointy side on the other. Sometimes I call it my little pokey tool, but if I can't get my fingers in there to grab up, this little thing is nice for lifting it up enough so that you could gain purchase with your fingers and then lift it. So the paste and peel technique allows you to lift it up, let the paste not dry or prohibit the paste from drying in the silk screen, and let you basically go on with the rest of it. Now I haven't pressed that down, those two areas that I lifted. You don't want to do that. So let me grab another squeegee and I'll get on with the Ocean Mist. The Ocean Mist is a very, very light blue, but it's a very pretty blue. And it's interesting, our living room is I don't remember the name of the gray, but it's kind of like a medium gray, but depending upon the sunlight, sometimes it looks almost like an ocean mist, sometimes it looks like the gray. So I thought this would be good. And this is one of the colors that comes with your monthly subscription for this particular design. The pastes are specifically selected to go well with the designs, and I think they do a wonderful job with it. You could obviously use what other color chalk paste you like, and you could alter and modify to your heart's content. But generally, the paste colors that are selected and come with it go very, very well on multiple surfaces. They make it as easy as possible for you to have that hour or so of creative bliss. You don't have to pick out the transfer. You don't have to think about it. You have the chalk paste that coordinates with it, and it comes right to your door. You don't even have to go to the store. How easy is that? I need to obviously stir this up a little bit better. I didn't do the edges. I didn't bring in the edges. I just... whatever, I'll catch this later. I want to lift this up too because I know that it's going to take me a bit to do my wording. So I'm going to lift up the Ocean Mist, and I see a little clump of wax here. Fortunately, it wasn't under my paste, but I actually see I don't like how the windows look there. So I'm going to go back over that. And I might have wax underneath there, or I might not. We'll see. Just go back over it and see if I could fix that. I always like peeling up the transfer slowly and taking a look at things before I totally lift it, just in case there's an issue that I need to go back and hit it again with. And look at me, I'm going over the whole house. Oh, and look at the glob I just put on there, a paste. Okay, that seems to have straightened it out. That's pretty good. Okay, I'm going to just let that fall back down. I'm going to have to press down the letters when I get to that point, but I'm not going to worry about that right now because I'm going to do the letters at the top first. You can't really see when they're stacked. The shimmer moonlight. It's like a navy blue, almost like a navy, but a little bit prettier than navy. And it's got like a gold shimmer to it, which just absolutely makes it beautiful. Let me clean my squeegee. I am using a small, well, you know what? I really should use a small squeegee. I don't know. I gravitate to using the mini all the time, but the words are large enough here. The lettering's large enough. I should just use the small and make quick work of it. Habits, old habits, right? So yes, I'm doing this with slightly different colors than the club that comes with the kit for Club Couture this month. I'm substituting the moonlight shimmer for the black velvet and the rose gold for the copper shimmer. Isn't that the fun of doing things? Make it how you want. Customize it to your likes and dislikes or whatever. Okay, let me smooth this out. Granted, it's a shimmer, so I'm going over it a little bit more than I would otherwise to make sure that it all went through the silk screen. Now, I'm going to press this down at the bottom just to make sure that I don't lift up and lose my transfer or move it where it's not attached. Okay, this looks good. The lettering is deliberately a little bit distressed, so I think on the bottom of the Y and the G, it looks a little bumpy, but it's intentionally like that. So the other part, I'm going to definitely need to use my mini. And again, I'm going to work pulling the squeegee towards myself. I'm going back over. And let's lift that up and take a look at it. Ah, that looks nice. Okay, peel and reveal time. Let's check this out. Well, wasn't that easy? What do you think? Now, seriously, I thought about what do I want to put at the top. I'm not quite sure if a wreath would look good here. So I'm toying with the idea of adding a little wreath or actually maybe a little wooden heart or something. And not necessarily in red. I don't want it to look Valentine's-y. I just wanted something to be a little bit more evergreen, a little more generic. Quick, simple, easy. Like I say, if you could butter toast, you can chalk. If you'd like more information about Club Couture, just comment club below and I will send you the link. I'll be posting a pic of what February's looks like. It is beautiful. The only requirements with Club Couture is that you join for a minimum of 3 months. And like I said, the designs are amazing. The cost is $21.99 a month. So that includes, and $21.99 plus tax in the US. That includes your transfer and the 3 individual paste packets. And your very first month, you will also get a mini squeegee so that you have a squeegee to work with and you can complete the projects. But seriously, it's a lot of fun. Like I said, you don't have to think about it. It just comes straight to your door, and you've got the paste and you've got the transfer, and you're good to go whenever you've got like a half hour, an hour to play around with it. The other thing is Club Couture members are privy to different perks and specials throughout the year. Most month there's a special for Club Couture members. This month we're offering a creative kickstart kit that is valued at $46, and you can get it free if you place an order of $100 or more before taxes and shipping. However, Club Couture members not only get the kit with a $100 order, they also get 3 individual paste packets specifically coordinated to go with the Kickstart kit. So it's just an extra little bonus or perk for club members, and club members also have reduced shipping charges. So it's really a great thing for Club Couture. And the Kickstart kit is just absolutely amazing. Let me grab a pic and post that for you. It is just absolutely beautiful. Here's the Creative Kickstart kit. It comes with an oval MDF surface and 2 individual reusable transfers. They're 8.5 by 11 inches each. You could make this for yourself, make it for a friend, make it for a neighbor. Remember, our transfers are reusable 8 to 12 times or more. And you could earn this kit valued at $46 for free with a $100 purchase. As promised, here's a little sneak peek of February's Club Couture. If you'd like to sign up for Club Couture, go to www.chalkcouture.com/kb/club. Here are the individual components of February's kit: the 8.5 by 11 inch transfer and the 3 individual paste packets, which come in guava, pesto, and storm, perfectly coordinated with February's kit. If you would like to receive the Club Couture January offering, Staying In, that I just completed, please sign up now so that you can get it. You must sign up before the end of January. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.